Tuesday, April 16th meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety will now come to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All board members should have received a copy of the April 2nd minutes. Any additions or corrections?
Move to accept minutes as presented.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the April 2nd minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They're approved. Takes us to public comment. Would anyone like to address the board this morning? Anyone like to address the board? Anyone like to address the board? Hearing none, public comment is closed. That'll take us to claims approval.
Civil City, an amount of $557,297.12. That's April 5th payroll and perk.
I'll make a motion to approve the city civil claims for payroll of April 5th, 2019, in the amount of $557,297.12.
Second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the civil city claims in the amount of $557,297.12. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved.
We have April 5th payroll, $394,392.90.
I'll make a motion to approve the April 5th, 2019 payroll amount of $394,392.90.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the April 5th payroll in the amount of $394,392.90. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved.
And water, the amount of $280,785.67. March transfer to the Bank of New York for SRF bond, 2019 liability insurance, 2019 workers' comp insurance, and April 5th payroll perk.
I'll make a motion to approve the water claims for 4/16 of 19 in the amount of $280,785.67.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the water claims in the amount of $280,785.67. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved.
Sewage in the amount of $338,970.31. April 5th payroll perk, 2019 liability insurance, and 2019 workers' comp insurance.
I'll make a motion to approve the sewage claims of April 2019 in the amount of $338,970.31.
Second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the wastewater claims in the amount of $338,970.31. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved. Thanks, sir. Take us to new business. We have a retroactive request for use. Bethany Church contacted us about the use of property for their Easter egg hunt, which actually occurred on April 13th. The board was contacted and approved it retroactively, but we need to confirm that today.
I'll make a motion to approve the closures requested by Bethany Lutheran Church for an Easter egg hunt that was done April 13th.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the request for use for Bethany Church for April 13th for their Easter egg hunt. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved. Take us to next item, which is quotes for the city auctions. Do you have quotes?
Two quotes, one from Jim Listinsky and one from Wayne Scott Auction Service. think you know the city attorney, you look them over?
Sure.
Comment right now on this, or
I guess it'd be great if we could do it, actually.
Can't review it.
well, how they charge is right. It's just up to how you want to do it. So, Latinsky Auctions charges 15% for all items sold. Wayne Scott charges 10% for vehicles and 20% for all other property. So, what types of items?
Because we have more other property than we do vehicles. So we'll make more on it at 15% than we will at 20%.
And this is professional services, so you can go your way with this.
Do you have a recommendation?
The recommendation would be to take Latinsky Auctions.
Make a motion to accept the proposal by the Latinsky auction for the city auction.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the quote from the Listinsky auction for the city auction. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It's approved. We've got the spring cleanup coming up. Mr. Kane, you come forward.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This year, the new trash service, RTS, has stated that May 13th through the 17th will be spring cleanup. This gives residents an opportunity to put out things that they normally wouldn't put out in the trash, like furniture and appliances. These things will be picked up on their trash scheduled day. We're asking that they don't put it out any sooner than the day before. We have people that set it out a week or two prior and kind of makes a mess of the city. With that being said, on May 13th through the 17th, that Saturday being May 18th, Mr. Turner could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe LaPorte County Solid Waste is holding their spring out at the fairgrounds from 9 to 2. And people are able to take out tires and electronics, appliances, I believe paint. Chemicals, paints, and also some shredding if they have documents that have been shredded. So that will be that following week. All this is going out into the water bill, I believe, the next one coming out to remind people that that's happening. Other than that, the only thing that I would ask is now that we have election time coming up, people are putting political signs in their yard, which is fine, as long as they're not in the tree lawns. We're having a lot of problems with that, but I believe if everybody just brings them back on their side of the sidewalk, I won't get the complaints that I'm going to get. So other than that, that's all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
One quick question, probably Clay can answer. What about needles? A lot of diabetics have needles that they...
On that Saturday, we'll take all types of sharps.
Sure.
Our collection.
Yeah, and I believe you can take it to the hospital too, can't you?
Hospital, we have sharps containers, but the hospital has a lot.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Take us to next item on the agenda, Ms. Richards.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have 2 change orders for the CDBG homeowner repair program. The first one is for roofing repairs. One cost is at 207 Belden, and the other one is at 403 Override, totaling $1,180. And this is for new sheeting or decking. J&B West did not quote that in the cost of the when he submitted a proposal because we don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't know how bad or how many of the sheets of decking need to be replaced. So we have a total, an increase of $1,180, and I'm asking for approval on that. And we do have CDBG funds to cover it.
I'll make a motion to approve change order number 2 for roofing at 207 Belden and 403 Albright in the amount of $1,180.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve change order number 2 for roofing repairs at 207 Belden Street and 403 Albright, the amount of $1,180. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is approved.
Thank you. The second change order is for plumbing repairs at 403 Albright for a total of $800. And this is to correct deficiencies that were found when the building inspector did his inspection. This wasn't in the original work scope, so this is additional to bring the house into compliance with building code. And the total is $800, and we do have funding available to pay for that.
Make a motion to approve $800 for plumbing repairs to the Albright Street house.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve change order number 2 for 403 Albright for plumbing repairs in the amount of $800. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Otis.
Thank you. You have before you a lease agreement with Norfolk Southern. This is just for the parking area. So there's 2 lease agreements we have with Norfolk Southern. First one is for the train depot where LaPorte Economic Advancement Group is at, and then some other local organizations, and then we have parking directly to the east. But this is to extend the parking lease agreement for 1 year.
Has this always just been 1 year?
No, they've been, we've had actually very long contracts, but we're exploring some other options with Norfolk Southern. This just gives us some time to continue discussions with them. Just with the parking lease expires at the end of this year, so.
Is any of this part of this parking that we're giving or leasing to or loaning to the county?
Right, until the construction is complete. This is that area, correct? Yeah, but we don't anticipate the county still being there at the end of this year.
We anticipate prorating any of this $1,800 for the county, or would that incur the entire cost?
We are going to incur the entire cost. Again, we don't anticipate the county still using it next year, but this is part of a larger discussion we've been having with Norfolk Southern about the train depot as well. And it just gives us some time to continue those discussions.
That's all I have. I'll make a motion to approve the First Amendment to the lease agreement with Norfolk Southern.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the First Amendment to the lease agreement with Norfolk Southern. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved. Mr. Minnick.
Beth Schrader was not able to be here today. She's at a meeting at NERC. She did solicit quotes for landscape management for both the plaza and depot. This work comes out of her professional services. 4 companies submitted quotes. The lowest and one that she's comfortable with would be Air-to-Lac Land Management. I would ask that the board authorize Beth to sign a contract with Air-to-Lac Land Management, not to exceed $3,970. That's the number that they submitted.
And as you know, I copied you on my email train with Beth. asking questions about the difference in prices. And she assured me that nothing was seemed to be left out. And I agree that it's a lot better agreement, this ELM. The only comment I'll make to your statement is that she had actually asked the mayor to be the signatory on this contract. So my motion is going to request that we approve this contract with ELM and ask the mayor to sign accordingly.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the contract with Erlac Land Management and authorize the mayor to sign. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is approved. Take us to unfinished business and Mr. Minnick.
At the last meeting, we briefly talked about this, but then we didn't have everything calculated. We have received proposals from firms for construction inspection for our two federal aid projects. Hanley Safe Routes to School project, which is DES number 1500422, and our various pavements, which is our 18th Street project, which is DES number 1700758. We received 6 proposals for the construction and inspection at Hanley Schools. The top scoring firm was USI Consultants. I would recommend that we begin contract negotiations with USI Consultants for construction inspection on the Hanley Safe Routes to Schools project.
I'll make a motion that we accept the engineer's recommendation for the Hanley Safe Routes to School and award the project to USI Consultants for negotiation.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the engineer's recommendation for the Hanley Safe Routes to School and award the negotiations to USI Consultants. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Is approved.
The next project, our paving project, we received 4 proposals. Scoring those proposals, H.W. Lochner was the highest score. I would recommend approval of beginning contract negotiations with H.W. Lochner for DES number 1700758.
I make a motion to accept the scoring, how should I phrase it? The construction and inspection for the paving project to Lochner.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the engineer's recommendation and award negotiations to Lochner for the 18th Street overlay construction inspection. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved. Mr. Taylor?
Thank you, Mayor. As I talked about the last board meeting, we have about 1.5% of the customers have not been cooperative on the meter installation project. And we have, just for your information ahead of that, every customer got a correspondence initially from Schneider with all the information they needed to schedule an appointment. They also, when that didn't work, they got a card, a yellow card. When that didn't work, they got a red card. And then they've gotten cards from us, and they've gotten a final notice from us. So any one of these that have gotten 5 or 6 correspondences and attempts to get the meter changed. So I've left you today with we've got about 150 left, but I took a more manageable list here first. And we've had a recommendation that we give them one more notice, but this time we will shut the water off if they don't schedule an appointment. Because some of them are paying customers. And even one of them paid in advance. It appears that they are fond of their stuck meter, but we did this project to get accurate meters in every household. Actually, 2 on this list are going to be shut off for non-payment. We just vetted it one more time this morning, and 2 of them are scheduled for shut off because of non-payment, and those accounts will not go back on until the new meter's installed. So I'd like your approval to move forward with shutting off these customers that have not allowed us to exchange the meter.
How many total notices have they received?
I would say at least 6. I mean, they got the initial letter, and then the UMS or Schneider crew installed, hung cards to try to get an attempt, to try to get in, and then we also followed up with cards and a letter.
And in each case, there's been no communication at all?
One of these, I recall, and the person has continually promised to let us in, but does not follow through and let us in. And the law is pretty clear that the customer has to provide access to the meter for the purpose of exchanging, testing, and replacing the reading.
And what will be the nature of this final notice? The language?
Yes. I mean, that would just be very simple, that the customer has failed to accommodate, provide access to exchange the meter, and it'll be shut off on the date we give them.
Do you have a timeline once they do start notifying you when we'll go turn the water back on, change the meter?
Yes, as soon as, we've been very flexible in this process with both our contractor and us. And of course, the contractor can't stay mobilized here in LaPorte to try to get these, one here and one there. And so we've accommodated, we've done early appointments, we've done late appointments, we've done Saturday appointments. We're flexible because we need to get these last meters in.
So probably within a couple of days after you've been notified that you'll probably get over there and change them out.
No, that's correct. As soon as we can get in, we'll have somebody there. If there's a plumbing problem, then we'll work through that like we have on 8,400 of these.
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation of the water superintendent to move forward with these customers with their final notice.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to move forward with the recommendation for the meter project. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? As approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take us to department reports. Chief Owens.
City auction is May 4th, starting at 9 a.m. We're doing our second go around on cows and bottles on May 11th. And since warm weather is coming up, I'm implementing some special teams for traffic enforcement, as well as special teams for illegal drug enforcement. I have nothing further.
Thank you. Chief Snyder.
Nothing today.
Mr. Fraze.
Lead pickup this spring, they got a bag on, and once they got them in the paper bag, the street department call and pick them up. You can't put them in the road this time of year.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Mr. Elvis.
Nothing.
Mr. Clerk Treasurer. Nothing.
Business today.
Anything else, Mr. Taylor? Mr. Minnick.
I did have a couple things I wanted to talk about under department report, and this is associated with the fire station project. We did receive both qualifications and qualitative proposals from 2 firms. At this meeting, we would ask for those firms to move on to the scoring of the qualitative proposal portion. Those 2 firms are Larson Danielson Construction and J. Schaffner. So since we only received 2 and both are qualified, we'll combine both the qualification scores and qualitative scores, and when we open the cost proposal, which is scheduled for April 30th, those scores will all be added, and we'll make a recommendation to move forward with the fire station design build team at the first Waterworks meeting in May. So I would ask that you allow us to continue scoring those 2 firms. And then in addition, we did receive the cost proposals, and I ask that these be accepted, and clerk treasurer keeps those.
So at this point, you're just looking for a motion to continue with the scoring?
Of the 2 firms, yes. Larson Danielson Construction and J. Schaffner.
I'll make a motion to continue the scoring of the proposals of J. Schaffner and Larson Danielson for the new fire station.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to continue the scoring for Jay Schaffner and Larson Danielson for the fire station project. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is approved.
I should mention, if we would have received more than 3 at this meeting, we would have recommended the top 3. Since we received 2, then we would go with the 2. Also, like to mention, we had our pre-construction meeting for our community crossing paving program last Thursday, and we should start seeing some curb ramp work starting within the next 2 weeks, and then paving shortly after that.
Great. Thank you. Ms. Noel, anything this morning?
Nothing, sorry.
Mr. Schreiber?
Just like to invite the public to a dedication for the new Jeff T. Camp Field. Dedication to be held at 10 a.m. on Saturday, April 27th at Clark Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Keynes, anything else?
Nothing further.
Okay, thank you. Any other business to come before the board this morning?
Hearing none, I'll make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.